Lee. Thanks for tuning into Desi's Live and watching my show Dorama, where I review different Asian TV shows and films. So this week I wanted to talk about the Korean drama Imitation. Taking place in the highly competitive K-pop industry, Imitation dives underneath that glitz and glam of the K-pop idol life. So the series really just begins with the debut story of SHAX, which is an all-boy K-pop group. And so given the group's vocals, visuals, and dance moves, SHAX quickly rises to fame and is incredibly profitable for their managers at NOG Entertainment. However, underneath all of their success and fame, the boys of SHAX are brutally overworked and constantly exhausted. And on top of their demanding schedules, the boys of SHAX also must deal with their pressure and constant attention from their devoted fan group known as Fins. So like any dedicated fan group, Fins is very protective of their boys and also incredibly paranoid and borderline obsessive over Ryeok, who is the drama's main male lead. But on the flip side, Imitation also tells the story of Maha, who is a young girl who is desperately to join and debut, honestly, any group. That's how desperate she is. But eventually Maha is thrown into Omega 3, which is a very small and incredibly poorly managed all-girl group. And so she was kind of expected to be a replacement for Annie, which was one of the original group members of Omega 3. So as a result, Maha quickly, picks up Omega 3's choreography, songs, and honestly forms a really close bond with her other members, Leah and Hyunji. However, on their day of their debut, unfortunately, Omega 3 learns of Annie's death, and honestly, they never get to make their debut as they're dragged off of the stage crying. But as a result of never debuting, the girls of Omega 3 are left working odd jobs just to be able to make ends meet. But eventually, after making a pact to quit their dreams of being K-pop idols, the girls of Omega 3 are given an unexpected call, an opportunity for them to debut with a new manager under a new label. So dedicated to give their dreams one last go, the girls rebrand themselves as Tea Party and make their official debut 3 years later. So just overall, honestly, I really like this drama. It's really cute and it's very short with only 12 episodes, and it's really an easy watch. But although the drama itself is short in the number of episodes, it's jam-packed with just a well-developed plot that's very interesting and honestly just very enjoyable to watch. So not only does, Imitation dive deeper and expose the struggles of being an idol, it also talks a little bit about the topics of corruption within the industry and how trainees and even the biggest stars can sometimes only be viewed in terms of dollar signs. But the drama also, follows the cute story of Maha and Ryeok as they begin to attempt to date in secret due to their constant paparazzi presence and the lengths that they go just to be able to go on simple dates and match their schedules. But given that this series is taking place with the background of being in the K-pop industry, the soundtrack for this drama is fire. Every single song is incredibly catchy and just really gets in your head and really sets the mood. And it's the biggest highlight, in my opinion, of the show. Some of my personal favorites are Your Sign and Troublemaker, and they're just really good, easy songs to listen to and kind of make you up. And so while I thought this drama was really well executed, I do have to comment on kind of the lack of chemistry between the lead couple, Maha and Ryeok. As individual characters, they have really strong acting abilities and are quite phenomenal in my opinion, but whenever they have to shoot scenes as a couple, it's pretty awkward and there's a definite distance between the two of them. And so I wouldn't necessarily say the acting feels forced, but it doesn't feel genuine. So it makes you kind of question, do they actually love each other or kind of what's going on here? It's definitely unusual, especially given the fact that most dramas focus on that genuine chemistry between the two leads. And And so that honestly is quite surprising to me, especially because, whenever they have to like film their reaction scenes of after they've gone on their little dates, they seem very genuine and really feel like they enjoyed it. So it seems a bit awkward that, they can't have one cohesive scene together as a couple. But overall, honestly, I would rate Imitation an 8 out of 10. But their OST is definitely a 10 out of 10. I love listening to it. And it's available to be listened on both Apple Music and Spotify. So definitely would recommend that you go ahead and give that a listen. But thanks for tuning into my show, and see you next week.